The secret plot to steal Abraham Lincoln's body. Introduction. Abraham Lincoln, the 16th President of the United States, was assassinated in 1865 and buried in Oak Ridge Cemetery in Springfield, Illinois. But in 1876, over a decade after his death, a bizarre and audacious crime shocked the nation. A group of counterfeiters attempted to steal Lincoln's corpse. What led them to such an unthinkable act? This is the true story of the secret plot to steal Abraham Lincoln's body. The counterfeiting crisis in 19th century America. After the Civil War, the United States faced a massive counterfeiting problem. An estimated one-third of all currency in circulation was fake. Counterfeiting was so rampant that the U.S. Secret Service was established in 1865, not for presidential protection, but to combat this growing issue. One of the most notorious gangs at the time operated out of Chicago. It was led by James "Big Jim" Kennelly, a saloon owner and the ringleader of a powerful criminal syndicate. The plan to steal a president. In 1876, Kennelly's top engraver, Benjamin Boyd, was arrested and sent to prison in Illinois. Without Boyd, the gang's counterfeiting operation was crippled. Desperate to get him out, Kennelly devised a wild plan: steal Abraham Lincoln's body and ransom it for Boyd's release and a $200,000 reward. Kennelly enlisted two accomplices, Terrence Mullen and Jack Hughes, to carry out the grave robbery. The plan was to break into Lincoln's tomb, steal his coffin, and hide it in the Indiana dunes until a deal could be made. The target: Lincoln's tomb. Lincoln was buried in a white marble sarcophagus in the Lincoln Monument at Oak Ridge Cemetery. At the time, the tomb's security was shockingly minimal. There were no guards, the locks were weak, and the monument itself was still under construction. The gang planned the heist for November 7, 1876, coinciding with the presidential election to minimize attention. The foiled attempt. What the criminals didn't know was that one of their new recruits, Louis Sweggles, was actually a Secret Service informant. Sweggles had infiltrated the gang and reported their every move. As Mullen and Hughes entered the tomb on the night of November 7th, trying to lift the 500-pound cedar coffin, federal agents were waiting. Though the agents bungled the arrest and the criminals briefly escaped, they were captured soon after. Aftermath and public reaction. The public was stunned. Newspapers ran wild with headlines. People were shocked not just by the crime, but by the lack of security around Lincoln's remains. Mullen and Hughes were sentenced to 1 year in prison, the maximum penalty for attempted grave robbing in Illinois at the time. As a result of the incident, Lincoln's coffin was secretly moved multiple times over the years for safety. Eventually, in 1901, his body was placed in a steel cage and buried beneath 10 feet of concrete to prevent any future attempts. Legacy. This strange and almost unbelievable chapter of American history reads like a crime thriller, but it's all true. The plot to steal Lincoln's body showed the vulnerabilities in national memorials and led to improved security measures for the tombs of important figures. Even today, few Americans know how close the country came to losing the body of one of its greatest presidents, not to war or political enemies, but to criminals looking for a payout.